Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, in today's video, I'm going to tell you about why I chose to be a generalist and why not a specialist, and like why I wanted to become a polymath, why I chose the path of becoming a polymath, not a specialist or a one who has a specialization in just one field or one field of study or one subject or whatever, and why you should be one, why you should be also a generalist, not a specialist. So the reason behind why I am a generalist is that, by the way, just ignore the background noise, okay? So yeah, where was I? Yeah. So the reason why I am a generalist today and why I have a lot of diverse interest in different subjects, from arts to architecture to poetry to language to literature to psychology to humanities and to technology and all that stuff. So the reason why I am a generalist is that when I was exploring the different paths, the different options, or you can say different career options, and what things I'm interested in. So when I was exploring all the paths, I found myself that, when I firstly I decided to study history since I was interested in history uh, from around, I guess, class 10th. So I started to study history independently of the school curriculum, and I found that I am interested in history a lot. And then I started with history and philosophy, I guess. Yeah, firstly I started with psychology since I felt the need to understand people and how they behave in a relationship and how they behave, and to study mind and behavior, as simple as that. So I felt the need to study mind and behavior, and I started studying psychology. Then I moved to history and philosophy, and I just bought two registers, you can say two notebooks, for just studying about history and philosophy and writing about them. So yeah, I found that yes, I'm interested in all these three things. Then I tried to explore all, I mean, more different subjects and more different paths, like nutrition and technology and AI and poetry and language and literature, things like all those things and all those stuff. So I found that I am inclined towards everything. Like, if I'm studying or if I'm looking out for poetry, then I'm inclined towards poetry. And if I'm studying or looking out for architecture, I am inclined towards architecture. So from that, I concluded that I am like I will be a generalist and I will be a polymath. And since I'm interested in diverse subjects, like there were many less things which I'm not interested in at that time, and even today. Like in humanities, only few things, like maybe I guess that's politics, political philosophy, and all those stuff, and political science. I'm not interested in politics. Like, I guess it's the only thing in humanities that I hate, or I can say that I not hate it completely. Like, I just don't like studying politics and political philosophy at all. So that's the thing. And so yeah, I decided to become a generalist. And so yeah, politics and political philosophy is the, I guess, only thing in humanities that I do not like, and other things I'm inclined towards other subjects and other fields. So yeah, I found myself that I'm inclined to every other new field and every new subject, and whatever I'm studying, whatever I'm looking out for. So yeah, I then concluded that I will become a polymath and I will become a generalist, not a specialist, since, like, I have diverse interest and I have like 15 to 12 to 13 areas of interest at that time. Now I guess it's 15 to 16. And by the way, you can check all my areas of interest at my Instagram page at Hamza the Polymath 30, and I will be dropping the link in pin comments. So you can just go down in the pin comments and just check my Instagram page, and they will find a post. I guess it's not a post; it's a carousel, and you will find a carousel, and in that carousel you will find all my areas of interest. And yeah, only you will not find nutrition in that carousel since I forgot to add it, and like it's also a new field of interest that I'm discovering and learning more about it. So yeah, that's why I decided to become a generalist. And uh, and one of the stories that inspired me to become a generalist is that, like, when I was young, I guess like 8 or 9, or I guess 10 maybe. So I had a comic book which is very popular in India, uh, which is, I guess it is called Tinkle. And I used to collect all the issues and all the volume of that comic book. And there were many stories and many things in that comic book in Tinkle Digest. So there were many volumes, and just used to go and buy, and wherever I found it, I used to buy it and read it. And I loved reading Tinkle Digest at that time. So in one of the Tinkle Digest, there was a story of, I guess, in a world of donuts, a story of a donut, basically. Like, the world was of donuts, full of donuts who were living, and like they were not humans, they were donuts, like living donuts. So, like, there was a donut, uh, let's name him Freddy. So the main character, so the Freddy was about to graduate, and like he has to decide what he has to become. And like his parents, his friends, and everyone in his social circle were like, he was very pressurized that what I have to become, I have to decide early. And he was just pressurized enough to decide something. He has to decide something really fast, because it was just some days left in his graduation day. So finally, like, in between those days, he used to walk out home and just go on walks and think about his life and career decisions, and just come back home. So finally, that the day of graduation came, and everyone, his parents especially, was like very keen to know about his interest and what he wants to become. And like everyone on that day were talking to his or her friends about like what they are going to become. Like, someone wanted to become a black donut, or someone wanted to become a chocolate one with sprinkle. Like, in you can relate it to the real world, like someone wants to become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or some other profession. So you can relate it to the real world. So every donut wanted to become something or someone, or want to go in, or wanted to become something. And this guy Freddy did not decided anything for his life and for his career. So on that day, finally his turn comes to speak on the stage. And he comes on the stage, and finally, uh, he he was initially wearing some kind of a cloth which was covering his full appearance, full body. And he finally, when he talks about it, his life and career decisions, and he talks about how he was confused about his life decisions and career, and how he was so much pressurized about it. So finally, he says that, like, why you want to become one, or why you want to become like, you want to be in one profession when you can become everything. So at that moment, he removes the cloth, and then it is revealed that he has become a colorful donut, like, which has all kinds of sprinkles and all kinds of flavors, a multi-flavored, you can say, a donut. So that story today, like, it inspires me a lot, and especially when I started my polymath journey, I remember that story I almost had forgotten that story. I did not pay much attention to that story at that time when I was 8 or 9. But when I started my journey of becoming a generalist and a polymath, then I remembered that story, and I find it really relatable. And yeah, that what he says, that why you want to become a specialist when you can become everything. So that what he says, and makes his parents proud, and like everyone, his friends, his family, everyone was happy on that graduation day. And yeah, he becomes a colorful multi-flavored donut. So what do we learn from that story? If you want to, like, if you must be thinking like, what do you learn from that story? That yeah, like, being a generalist is a really good decision, and it's really cool. And why you should become a generalist is because, like, it really widens your knowledge and your pursuit of knowledge, and the journey becomes a lot of fun. Like, yeah, when you are pursuing knowledge, it becomes a lot more fun. And it's the journey, your journey becomes a lot more exciting when you decide to become a generalist. And yeah, the second reason, you become covered from all the angles, or at least many angles. And yeah, you are covered from many angles, and you know about many things. And I guess the idea of becoming a generalist has been buried a long ago, because before it was quite prevalent. Even in the, I guess, 20th century there were polymaths, or maybe 19th century. But in 21st century you will not find a polymath. If someone names someone, or just he knows like one or two subjects, although he is not interested much in the second subject, but just he knows something about the second subject, people call him a polymath. Like, I'm not trying to take anyone's name, or I'm not trying to defame anyone, but yeah, that's not a polymath. Becoming a polymath also means that, like, there's a quote for generalist, that a generalist or a polymath is a master of none, but still better than a master of one. So this quote is, I guess, the half truth, because the generalist is at least a master of one, you can say. So yeah, like, I'm not saying that he's a master of every field or every subject that he's studying, but yeah, at least he's a master of one subject, at least. And about other fields of interest, he also knows about other fields of interest well, like at some limit or some limitation, he knows. Like, if a polymath is also interested in uh, like psychology, like psychology is his second or third interest, field of interest, so yeah, he must be knowing about psychology till the limit of like, he must be knowing about renowned psychologists and psychiatrists who shaped the major theories of psychology, and he must be knowing about major theories of psychology, and yeah, all those stuff. So yeah, I agree to the fact that generalists are not master of anything, but at least a master of one, you can say. Like, at least when becoming a journalist, like, you should know one thing better. And it's not about becoming a specialist. And I also wanted to talk about why you shouldn't become a specialist. So becoming a specialist, like, there's no point of becoming a specialist. And why? Because even the ants are specialists. Like, there's a queen ant, and then there are worker ants who work in the colony and all those stuff. So, like, being specialists are for ants, not humans. Like, every human should be a generalist, every human should know everything. Like, I'm not saying that every human should master all the 15, 16, or 20 fields of interest he is interested in, but he should know a little bit, at least I would say, like 30 to 40% of every field, and in one field he should be a master. So that is the correct definition of generalist, I guess. So yeah, these are the reason, like, why you should not be a specialist. Like, I'm not against those people who want to become a specialist, or who think like a specialist and who think that becoming a specialist is better. Yeah, I appreciate their perspective, I respect their point of view, and yeah, it's totally fine. Like if you want to be a specialist, I'm not against it, or I'm not promoting something that you should not be a specialist. But yeah, like generalist, becoming a generalist is still better. And like in 21st century, people have forgotten the profession, or you can say the no idea of becoming a polymath or a generalist, and that's why you will not see a single generalist, a single polymath, even though people call many famous personalities as polymath or generalist. But in actual definition, they do not fit in the definition of a generalist or a polymath. So yeah, these were the reasons why I am a generalist and why you should be one. And like yeah, if you want to be a specialist, you can be a specialist. But yeah, and especially I'm talking to the Muslims who are watching this video, especially to the Muslims, that our ancestors were like you name it, like anyone like Ibn Sina who shaped the modern medicine industry, or like anyone Al Khwarizmi who shaped algorithm, like which is a major part of the social media industry today. So they were all polymaths. Al Biruni, anyone, Ibn Sina, Ibn Rashid, like the pursuit of knowledge was never meant to be in a single subject. And I guess that's the truth. And why different subjects? Because everything is related to one and another. Like if you are learning sales, and for example you are learning marketing or digital marketing, like which is a very famous skill nowadays. So if you are learning digital marketing, so the sales skill will also help you, because sales and digital marketing or simple marketing is connected. Like in both the fields, you have to use your creative techniques and persuasion to sell something to someone, some product or some service. So yeah, these are the things. And yeah, it's about everything is connected, and you have to use that connectedness of different fields of interest to to your to better your journey of pursuit of knowledge. So yeah, like in old days, the pursuit of knowledge was never about a single studying a single subject. Anyone, or in fact everyone who was a polymath, or who was who dedicated his journey or dedicated his life toward to the pursuit of knowledge, have never studied a single subject. Like the minimum amount of subject they have studied, or field of interest they have studied, was like 3 to 5, I guess. Like 3 to 4 was the minimum. 3 to 4 was the minimum. And the norm was like 4 to 5, 4 to 5, 6. This was the norm, and 3 was the bare minimum. 3. And the and like in nowadays, like people focus on one thing. It's okay if you want to focus on one thing, but especially I'm talking to the Muslim audience. Like if you want to really dedicate your life to the pursuit of knowledge and widen and deepen your sense of knowledge, you have to become a generalist. You definitely have to become a generalist to see the connection, the pattern. So yeah, like you have to be a generalist. Then only you will be able to see the connection, the pattern between different fields of interest, like philosophy, arts, history. Like Leonardo da Vinci, the famous polymath, the famous Italian polymath of the 15th century, I guess, he once said that learn the science of art and the art of science. So what he meant by that learn everything and just connect everything, and then conclude what sense does it make, and like how the all the things, all the fields of interest are connected, and make sense of it. That's what he wanted to said. Like science, like many things are there which are more of a science but also a art. And many renaissance philosophers and polymaths or artists use anatomy in study used to study anatomy to better their art. So these are the things like why you should be a generalist, and why especially the Muslims, and especially all the Muslim philosophers and polymaths were generalists, like they were never specialists. So yeah, you especially if you are a Muslim, you have to be a generalist. And this is the real meaning of pursuit of knowledge. Like pursuit of knowledge is never studying a single subject, like at least according to my perspective. And yeah, many of the people watching this video must be wanting to become a specialist, so yeah, you can go for it. And but if you want to become a generalist, you can follow my YouTube channel, and you can follow my Instagram, follow me on Instagram. And like you will be seeing, documenting my life and my journey of becoming a polymath. And yeah, and if you want inspiration, you can like take the inspiration from a story like I told you about Freddy and the donut world. And like yeah, you can whenever you feel like you want to be a journalist, you want to feel inspired, you can just remember that story, what I told you in the starting of this video. So yeah, this was all I wanted to talk about. And I know the video is a little bit too long. Like I know it's too long, but yeah, it's worth watching. And yeah, just subscribe Muslim Polymath channel, and I will be uploading more videos. And I'm trying my best to be consistent. And yeah, if you want to be a journalist, go out and make better schedules according to your lifestyle and interest, and how much time you want to give to one subject or one field of interest. And so yeah, go out and just discover, explore, and just be be not expert. If you're not able to become an expert, at least know 30 to 40 or at least 50% about the field of interest, and at least become a master of one. So yeah, this was all about the video. And you can follow me on Instagram, and you can just subscribe this channel if you want more videos like this. And I will, from next week I will be consistent with my YouTube channel, and I will be uploading more videos and more content on my Instagram page. So yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, and you can just subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. And I will be seeing you in the next video. Till then, jazakallahu khair.